Hi everyone. So this is a continuation from what we did. We created a responsive navbar, and then now we added a background image and text on top. So this time round, we are going to make our navbar disappear when you scroll down and appear again when reveals when you scroll up. This kind of a style helps, especially when you have a web section where you have a gallery of images and don't want the viewers to be distracted by the menu, so you hide it. So let's get started. So on our VS Code, I'm going to share an updated file of these so that you can follow along. So from our last file, you realize that okay, you can't scroll at the moment, so we are going to add the height of the body. So we're gonna add the on my style. We can create a body and then add the height to make it longer to around 2500 pixels, just to make it scroll. Now we have our site scrolling. Just a minute. I think I'm going to switch on a live server. So let me open my file with live server so that it's easy to reflect on any changes that we make. So now with this, we want to have to see the navbar when you scroll it. So we can first make it sticky so that it sticks at the top. When you scroll down, you can still see it. So we are now styling the navbar. So nav.menu is our class in our section. So we are going to add a position of sticky, and then on the other position of sticky, we're going to have it at the top 0, and then left 0. Let's see. So now our navbar doesn't move. There is the option of having it as a position fixed, but it's not the best style, because it kind of if I would set it at position fixed, and then maybe let me comment out this, and then now if I inspect my file, you realize that when you set at position fixed, it displaces other elements, kind of removes the navbar from its normal flow. If I select on the intro section, you see now the intro section has gone to the top, which is not what we want. We want it just to flow normally. So let me get rid of that. Once I save, when I hover on this section, you can see now everything is still at its position. To hide our navbar when you scroll, that means we are going to use JavaScript now. So first step, let me open my script.file. I've definitely I'm calling from the source. So the first thing, we are going to set a variable that records the initial screen position, and then now and an event handler to handle that. So let's go to a script. We're going to have let previous scroll position equals to window dot scroll y. So now with this one, it records the current scroll position of the window, and then now we're going to have an event handler that is going to listen for any time a user scrolls on the page. So we have a window dot on scroll equals to a function. So with our function, when a user scrolls, now we are going to note that their current scroll position, which is going to be that current scroll position equals to so when a user scrolls, now we get to have a variable where that notes the current screen position, and then now we have an if statement that if previous scroll position is greater than the current scroll position, and then now if we have now the previous scroll position being greater than the current scroll position, that means it's previous. So we have vertical, the y we have from 0 an increment, and then from 0 going upward is a decrement, is a minus. So when you have the previous higher than the current, that means the user is scrolling up. So in such kind of a situation, we are going to have the navbar now appear. So we are going to have now, this is a user, so we have the user is scrolling up. So we're going to have dot query selector, and then our class is dot nav style. You're going to style the class dot top. Since the user is scrolling up, we are going to reveal the menu at position 0, its current position. Gonna have our else statement here is else. Now that means our user is scrolling down. In such a case, now we know that if the user is scrolling down, we want to hide the menu. So that means we are going to give it a style of top, which is going to be minus the height of the navbar. So now we're going to have a document dot query selector. We're going to select the navbar, the nav menu dot. Okay, simply I can just copy this, copy, and have this at a height of negative its height. So let's see what's the height, the current height. Okay, I didn't style the height initially, but how about I give it 100 pixels. Okay, let me give it a height. Let's see how it looks. Oh, it's quite big. Okay, I can give it minus 100. I can have minus 100 pixels. Once you hide the hidden navbar, you need to update the previous scroll position. Where we're going to have the previous scroll position is equal to the current scroll position. That way, this one helps the function to have the value updated every time the user scrolls. Let's see how it looks. See, kind of hiding, but then doesn't have a nice feel. So we need to change this to something interesting. So okay, now I need to check on the navbar. I would like to give it a height and not a padding. So I want to get rid of the padding. Let me get rid of the padding. So what we're gonna do, we can give it a height of 70 pixels. Let's see. So I like that. Now with height of 70 pixels, I can now use it. To style the top. I minus 70 pixels, and then I save. Now we want to give it a nice feel like the way it is here. That the site has an opacity, is kind of an easy effect. So we are going to have on the same. I'm going to select this. When you're scrolling up, that means you want to reveal. So we're going to have an opacity style dot opacity. Have it as 1, and then the same style dot opacity. Because it's scrolling down, we are hiding it. Have it as an opacity of 0. So let's have a look. You can see now, but again it's still not showing nicely. We're going to have a transition. We did animation on the top, so we have a top 0.3 seconds, ease in out, and now comma. And then we did animate on the opacity 0.3 seconds, ease in out. So there we go, we have it. Or there's the option of having a transition all, then you set 0.3 seconds, ease in out. So when we save, then we have something like this. Now just a minute. Perfect. Now 0.3 seconds. Then once I save my file, then we have it. There we go. A nice is out, is in. So hope you like this video. I'll keep sharing more. Give it a like. Next you're gonna do a video on how to work with images, have them responsive, and how to style them, and have something interesting for your gallery. Okay, thank you.